Hello, and welcome to Memory Techniques for Remembering Large Numbers. My name is Chuck Carson, and I will be taking you on this journey to learn this technique today. I will be using two methods. It all involves consonants I learned from Harry Lorraine and the hexadecimal numbers. Here, we will concentrate on three phases: understanding, creating sentences and images in your head that make sense only to you, and remembering the images with clarity, understanding what they mean, and why it is impossible to forget if your image is crazy enough for you to remember. I first came in contact with Mr. Harry Lorraine back in the 1980s while watching a Johnny Carson show one night. He had this uncanny ability to remember names of entire audiences. I was impressed and decided to order his memory course. I will not be going over everything I learned, but we'll be going over the essentials for you to understand the concept and start creating your own 26-digit hexadecimal numbers that you will not forget. So let's begin. Mr. Lorraine used 9 consonants, all attached to numbers from 0 to 9. The idea was simple. You can remember a face, but not a name. Now, why is that? Because the face is tangible, but the name is intangible. You just don't remember it. Based on that fact alone, we use the consonants to be able to visualize the number or the name which is out of our reach in the mental realm. The 9 consonants are 0 to 9. 0 is a hissing sound. The visual cue is so like if you said toes at the end, that would be 0. But the one in toes, t, would be t. So as you can see, toes to be represented with a 1 and a 0. The visual cue for a 1 is tie or die. If you see somebody with a tie in your vision, you know 1 is involved somewhere. It will always represent the number 1. 2 is na. The visual cue is Noah. 3 is ma. The visual cue is ma, not mama. Mama has 2 M's, which could confuse you in the future. For 2 M's, we use the visual cue mummy because when you say the word, we only hear 2 M's. R is 4. The visual cue is rye. I use rye bread. Whatever you have to do with that visualization of the cue, you go ahead and use that. R, I used rye for rye bread. 5 is la. The visual cue is law. I use a police outfit for this cue, and it works every time. 6 is sh, sh, or sh, or cha. The visual cue is shoe. I use a Bozo the Clown shoe because it's funny and I don't forget that shoe. Ka or ga is a visual cue for 7. We use cowl. We can also use the letter K, and you'll understand that better as you progress. 8 is va or fa. The visual cue we use is ivy, that green ivy that grows wild all over the wall, all over the trees and stuff. 9 is ba or pa. The visual cue is bee, like a bumblebee, or pie. You can see that in your mind. If you learn these consonants until you know them by heart, you will never forget them. Don't deviate from 0 to 9. Understanding hexadecimals is a simple process. All you have to remember is hexadecimals consist of 10 numbers and 5 letters. The numbers are 0 to 9, and the letters are A to F. A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, and F is 15. These are computer numbers to accomplish 0 to 15, which is 4 bits. If you ever see the hex F, it actually looks like this. 111, 1111. That's binary. It stands for 1, 2, 4, and 8. If you add those bits up, you'll have 15. F equals 15. This would be called a nibble. But a 2-digit hex is different. It represents 8 bits of binary code, or a byte. 2F looks like this: 01001111. 0 is off, 1 is on. So what you have is the first 0 is off, so it doesn't equal anything. Next is 2. 4 is off, 8 is off, 16 is on, 32, 64, and 128 is on. You add them together and you have 242 as the uh, digital decimal. Now, I wanted to explain to you 1111 is called actually 4 bits. It's what is used in binary numbers. 0 and 1. 0000 represents binary 0, which is actually decimal 0 as well. 1111 represents binary F, which is decimal 15. 2 to the 4th power gives you 16, which means 16 numbers from 0 to 15. 8 bits is called a byte, but still binary. Hexadecimal combines the first 4 bits, called a nibble, and the second 4 bits to form a byte. Therefore, your 8-bit binary makes a 2-digit hexadecimal called a byte. Each bit represents a number, and binary is on and off. If there's a 0, you don't add the number. Now, all you have to remember with all of that said is hexadecimals consist of 10 numbers and 5 letters, 0 to 9 and A through F. Okay, so let's see if we can put some information together, put some words together, and this way we're going to learn how to cancel out letters, and we cancel those out because they don't correlate to the consonants, nor do they correlate to the hexadecimal numbers or letters. Uh, we're going to use this phrase: Ebenezer Orchestra can really play. Okay, repeat that phrase. Ebenezer Orchestra can really play. Okay, repeat it several times until you see it in your head and you can remember the phrase. Okay, Ebenezer Orchestra can really play. Did you repeat it? Okay, now my method is to look at that word and find the hexadecimal numbers and letters and use the consonants just in case I run out. So let's look at the phrase again. Ebenezer Orchestra can really play. Break it down. Ebenezer, if you look at that word, has E's and B's in it, right? The E and B is part of the hexadecimal system. So we're going to use the E's and we're going to use the B's. We have an N, a Z, and an R. All of that's part of the consonant system that I taught you, but not part of the hexadecimal. So let's change those letters into numbers, because what? Hexadecimal is 0 to 9 and A to F only. Now, the N, V, and R is part of the consonant system, but not part of the hex. So let's change those letters into numbers. N, is 2, Z is 0, and R is 4, N, S, and R. So let's look at the word again. Ebenezer broken down. EBE2, E0, E4. EBE2, E0, E4 will represent Ebenezer. You'll be able to look at that and you should be able to see. Can you see it? Ebenezer. You don't want to use the number 9 for the B because B is what? It's part of the hexadecimal system. We want our number to represent hexadecimal. But if you have the letter P in the word, you can use the number 9. We'll talk about that when we get to the end. Okay. EBE2, E0, E4 is going to represent Ebenezer. Okay, Ebenezer broken down again. EBE2, E0, E4, and that's going to represent the word Ebenezer. Let's look at the word orchestra. Oh, now we can't use the letter O, so we're going to cancel that letter out and go to the next letter R. We can use that. R is 4, R. We can use the C because it is what? Part of the hexadecimal system. We cancel out the H, can't use it. We use the E, the S is 0, the T is 1, and the R is 4. And the A is what? Part of the hexadecimal system. It will look like this. Orchestra is 4CE014A. Now we didn't use the CH for 6. Now we want to take advantage of the C for the hex number. All right, so that's what we're going to use first. But CH can generate 6 and SH can generate 6. Now Ebenezer broken down. EBE2E0E4, orchestra broken down 4CE014A, and it looks like this when you put it together. Ebenezer orchestra looks like this. EBE2E0, E4, 4CE014A. That looks pretty impressive. Just those two words right there. All right. If you count those words, if you count those letters and numbers, you'll be really surprised already that you're getting up there. You're not supposed to be able to remember long numbers and letters. I'm showing you that you can. Okay, nothing's impossible. Let's add the word can, C-A-N. The word is easy, and we have the C and the A in hex, and we have the N, the N, and we're going to make that equal 2. Can looks like this, CA2. Now we add that code to Ebenezer Orchestra, and it looks like this. EBE2E0E4, 4CE014A, CA2. Ebenezer Orchestra can. Ebenezer Orchestra can, broken down, it looks just like this. EBE2E0E4, 4CE014A, CA2. Just like you spelling a word. Amazing. The next word is really. Really? Looking at this word, we can see the R is going to equal 4, and the L is going to equal 5, and we can use that L twice. 5, 5. Because we want that number code and letter code to look like the word or the phrase. And we can't use the Y, so what? We cancel it out. We end up with 4EA55. We add that to our phrase. Ebenezer Orchestra can really and it looks like this. EBE2E084, 4CE014A, CA2, 4EA55. Now, I want you to know already you have 23 letters and numbers already. 23 letters and numbers already. Okay, let's look at the last word. PLAY. Okay, you already know that last word play is interesting. Why? Because we now see how we can utilize the P to equal 9. Okay, P is equal 9. L is 5. A is part of the hexadecimal system. We can't use the Y. So play looks like 95A. When you see 95A, you just automatically know that's play. Now, you should be able to see the P and the L when you look at those numbers. Memorizing the consonants will help you with this. So let's add this to our hexadecimal code. EBE2E0E4, 4CE014A, CA2, 4EA55, 95A, just like spelling. Ebenezer Orchestra can really play, and now you have a 26-digit hexadecimal number. Now, I'm not expecting you to come up, use this. I want you to come up with your own word phrase yourself and then create your own hexadecimal, and nobody will understand why you remember that, and it's not going to be easy for them, even if you told them. Now let's talk about remembering. Okay, you have your 26-digit hexadecimal number, and you also need to what? Remember the phrase and the consonants, okay? Now let's break down those consonants so you can understand why you should learn them and why they are so important. Remember the beginning when we talked about the words tangible and intangible? So I'm going to use an example. I have a question for you. Who is the 5th president of the United States of America? If you haven't a clue, let's see how to learn. Okay, the question is, who is the 5th president of the United States of America? And once again, I don't want you to go Google it and look it up. Not yet, but I want you to see how the consonants can help you remember this information. The 5th president of the United States is James Monroe. Now, how do I know this? Because I use the consonant method to remember. First of all, remember the number 5 and what consonant represented that sound? It is the L sound for law. I use a police outfit to remember. So whenever I see anyone in my head with the police outfit, I know it has something to do with the number 5. I can see the police outfit. Why? Because it's a tangible item. You can see it all the time, but I can't see the number 5. Why? Because it's intangible. Nor can I see the name because it's also intangible. Now, in my vision, Marilyn Monroe is the woman in the police outfit. I can see her clearly. She has jam on her face. A dove is flying around her beautiful golden hair, messing it up. The jam represents the name James. She also has a dog on a leash. The dog's toes are painted with toenail polish. So my clue for this image is the police outfit, Marilyn Monroe, the dove, jam, dog, nails. By seeing the police outfit, I have my 5. By seeing Marilyn, I have Monroe. By seeing the jam, I have James. What about the dog? Duh and guh. The duh represents 1, guh represents 7. it equals 17. The dog actually represents the number 17. With the toenails, I remember nail, which is n and la, which equals 25. The outfit is 5. The dove flying overhead is 18. This simply means to me that James Monroe was the 5th president in the year 1817 to 1825. Wow! Just by seeing those images, look it up. As you can see, this is far superior learning, and you'll never forget once you understand the method behind it. Do you understand why you need to learn the consonants? Okay. Imagine using this method for all the presidents of the United States. This is what I did. I also used it to teach a Bible class without ever opening my Bible. When you get to the numbers 10 to 20, you're using two consonants. 10 would be toes. 1, 1, 11 would be tot. 1, 2 would be 10, like a tin can. 1, 3 would be tomb. You can't hear the B. 1, 4 would be tire. 1, 5 would be towel. 1, 6 would be dish. 17 would be tack or duck. 18 would be dove. That's what I use for 18, duh and va. 19 would be tub, t and b. 20 would be nose, n and s, and you make a word, n, s, nose, and so on and so forth. Now, picture a dish with Lincoln pennies in it, and you automatically know Abraham Lincoln as the 16th President of the United States of America. You see what I mean, how powerful that is? This is a superior learning method that should be taught in schools. So let's review. Now I want you to say it loud. 1 is ta or da. 2 is Noah. 3 is ma. Say it loud. 4 is ra. 5 is la. 6 is sh or cha. Say it louder. 7 is ka or ga. 8 is va or fa. 9 is ba or pa. And 0 is okay now. You can go back over that and check that out at any time. All you have to do to remember your hexadecimal is hexadecimals consist of 10 numbers and 5 letters, 0 to 9 and A through F. Let's look at Ebenezer Orchestra Can Really Play. EB, E2, E0, E4, 4CE, 014A, CA2, 4EA55, 95A, 26-digit hexadecimal number that you just remembered going through this class. Now, you can make up your own phrases and your own hexadecimal numbers. This right here is just an example, okay? And I have a word from my sponsor. I'd like for you to check out my daily choice. You can go to this incredible shortcut key uh, uh, thanks to OnPassive, otrim.ai/go shop to see what you want. Anything that you get will be highly appreciated because that's what I do. Okay. Marilyn Monroe is the woman in the police outfit. There's my 5. And the dove flying around her beautiful golden head of hair, messing it up. There's my 18. She has jam on her face. Jam represents the name James. She also has a dog on a leash. Dog toes are painted with red toenail polish. Marilyn Monroe, police outfit. The dove, Jam, dog, nails, duh and guh, which represents 17, nail, which is na and law, which equals 25. James Monroe was the fifth president in the year 1817 to 1825. You see how superior this is? It's a superior learning technique, and you'll never forget once you understand the method behind it. Okay, once again, I want to thank you for coming and checking out the memory techniques for remembering large numbers. And of course, you can also visit our sponsor, otrim.ai/go shop, and to help me out. You can also slash the like button and join the YouTube channel. That would be nice as well. And of course, I put this out for kids, so you can't leave a comment, but you can always shoot me some information because this is where you can contact me. Uh, I am at ppmealbiz@gmail.com, and my phone number 240-244-6125. Once again, thank you so much for watching.